Welcome again, everybody, to Ot Plate Madness. We're calling it Ot Plate Madness today because we are doing Linda's Silent H. And our guest chef today is
Hello.
Linda Vang. And Linda, tell us, why would we be calling your meal Silent H today?
I will say the reason why we're calling my meal Silent H today is because this is something like me, I'm Hmong, and I like to do is make pho. We're going to be making pho noodles today. Hmong, a lot of people pronounce it Hmong, but it's not Hmong. The H is silent. It's just Hmong.
And us Americans, we're not used to things like H's being silent. And so we keep saying, yes, that's my Hmong friend, but it's Hmong. It's not Hmong, it's Hmong, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so Silent H people, Ot Plate Madness today. Linda, what are we making here? We've got a lot of ingredients here.
We're making beef pho noodles. So we're going to be having vegetables here.
And so in here you've got carrots.
I got carrots,
What is this
lime,
thing? A lime. Oh my gosh.
and jalapenos,
Uh-oh. You got
green onions, cilantro, and lemongrass.
Lemongrass, okay.
And we also have bean sprout here.
Now, just so the audience knows, I believe I said, Linda, try to keep this meal as simple as possible. And I guess I wasn't clear on that. But so lemongrass, where do you find such a thing like that?
Lemongrass, I don't think you can find it at Walmart or...
Where did you get that?
I got this at Red Apple.
Oh, at Red
actually.
Apple. Okay,
Yeah.
so shout out to Red Apple. If you ever need any weird thing that you've never heard of before, like lemongrass.
Really?
they
You never
probably-
heard of lemongrass
I don't
before?
know. What would I use lemongrass for?
And soup.
Well, beef pho, apparently.
You can use it in soup actually, and
Okay.
you can like stir fry it. A lot of my culture we like to actually use like this thick stick, and just hit it, and then we stir fry it or we cut it in like slices, like small slices.
And is it called lemongrass because it's kind of tart like a lemon is, or what's the flavor of this thing?
It tastes like lemon.
Okay, tastes like lemon.
But
All right.
it's a grass.
All right, so I'm excited to learn about using that. And so what else do we have here?
We have bean sprout here,
Okay.
and then over here we have the pork ribs, the boneless. Beef ribs, the boneless beef, and then the oxtail, and then the beef meatballs.
Okay, and then we also have some sort of
Instant noodles.
Instant noodles.
Yeah.
and
We have
a
the
beef broth
beef
kind
broth
of deal.
powder and the herb seeds for
Herb seeds.
seasoning.
But then now also one of my other favorites for this particular meal is fish sauce. Again, I was saying, let's keep it simple. It's fish sauce, people. So if you haven't used fish sauce before, now's the time, right? Because it's gonna be an integral part.
of course.
You've also got some sriracha there, some soy sauce,
Beef paste.
beef flavored paste,
You can find that at Walmart, guys.
and some garlic sauce. Oh, and an onion. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, now where do we start? What's the first step?
We start by heating this up.
Okay.
The pot up
All right,
and
and
just
so
let it boil.
there we go. And so that'll be going.
Okay.
And then
I'm gonna cut this up.
now I notice I have a big white onion here. Am I dicing this thing?
No.
No, I'm
just,
leaving it sit there.
You could peel the skin off, of course, that's what you do.
Okay.
And then just slice in half and then chop it, not too small.
Okay. So all right. So peel it. And do you know how to peel these real easily?
Yeah. What I do here, I'll show you.
Okay,
So
you show me.
I cut both.
She cuts both ends off. Sounds like somebody's watched our show before. Oh, almost watched our show before. Not quite.
I only watched one video so
Oh, I
far.
know, but we are all about onions because the traditional guest host here, Jen Martin, absolutely hates onions.
Oh, really?
And, well, because it makes her cry and all that stuff, although she cries for no reason all the time. But if you had just, like, sliced it in half, you could have just peeled it really easily.
Oh, okay. Smart.
Because then you can just grab one of the ends here, like this, and just peel that sucker right off, just like that.
Okay.
Yeah, see that?
Okay,
Yeah,
I
and
guess.
see, she's learning. She has seen one
Okay.
episode because she understands
I
you just
guess.
throw this stuff down. And so I'll just go ahead and chop this, right?
This way, like that.
Little guys, like so,
And then
right? And are you doing any further cuts, or are you leaving it just like
No, I'm just gonna leave it like
Leave
this.
it like that, and then that just gets set aside?
Mhm.
Can I set it right
Yeah.
there? Okay.
And then what we can do is start scraping the skins off of the carrots.
Okay, so we needed one of those little...
No, you use
Carrots.
just a knife.
Oh, okay, show me that without cutting yourself.
You never tried this before?
No, because normally I have one of those potato peeler guys.
Yeah, I use that too, but sometimes when that's not.
That's not available. No, I love this because
Available,
part of the
yes.
show, part of the point is how you can,
To use it without a carrot scrape
you know,
or
do
a potato
stuff.
scrape.
Yeah, when, if you don't have the thing, so you're just wedging down on that guy. And how many times have you actually cut yourself doing this method?
None, actually.
Okay, good.
You gotta be good.
Just take it slow and
Yeah.
careful. And
Because
don't get
sometimes,
too
like,
crazy.
My mom's house, where I live, like, we have everything there. But then when I have to go to my sister's house, like, they don't have anything. And it's just kind of like something like, okay, I guess I can use the knife, you know? Kind of technique or something, so.
Right. And so you just throw these scrapings away, right? And then are we cutting this into like little diced guys, or what
No,
are we
you
doing?
just chop it in half.
Chop it in half.
Yeah.
But we want
Or-
these big ends off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry.
Because we're going to be putting this into the broth, actually.
Okay, so you just want, it looks like you have 4 big pieces there, so. Is that fine?
Mhm.
Okay. And that can just sit there?
Yep.
Okay.
And we're just going to, okay, start lemongrass.
Okay, so this is the thing that I don't understand, so,
You want to smell it?
because it's,
Hold on, I got to, like, chop that off.
okay, so that's an end piece that's, you don't want on there.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, then just gonna smash it.
So you're doing that because,
Because it kind of gets, like, the juice out.
so you're
No.
kind of
Yeah.
trying to get the aroma of it.
Smell it.
Yep, no question that is lemon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then are you using the entire thing or just a piece of it?
Nope, you're using the whole entire thing.
Okay.
That's the point of having
Because I
this.
notice at the ends here, it appears to be kind of more, it's not
Grassy.
this. Yeah, and that's good though, right? You're fine with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then we just toss it right
You
in there.
toss it right in there.
And it will just float. I think.
Well, except for that piece
Yeah.
that sunk all the way to the bottom, but that's okay.
And then what we could do is we could soak the noodles into the warm water.
Okay, so
Rumble.
before the show started,
Mm-hmm.
right, I got this, put some warm water in there, and we just need to open these and just kind of push them into the
Oh my
water.
god, these are gluten free. I can imagine making it for Jessica.
Yeah, I don't believe there's any gluten-related stuff in here at all. So. And so then I just take this out, and I don't
Yep,
do anything
yep,
else, I just push it in, like that.
Yep. And you could do the same thing with
Same
this
thing
one.
with this one.
Tossed on the ground.
And then you want it completely submerged though, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You could do it that way.
And it's not completely cooked.
Oh no, it's fine. It's
That's
fine.
fine, because it'll
'Cause-
soak it up
yeah,
or whatever?
mhm.
Okay. And
And
then
then,
I don't have paper towels to wipe off my hands.
Use your shirt,
I will.
your pants.
Okay.
So we have here the oxtail. I mean the not oxtail. What am I talking about?
I
They're
don't-
beef ribs.
Beef ribs. Okay, we have never prepared anything with beef ribs, so I'm excited again about this. So what do we need to do with these?
We're just gonna take it out of this package and put it right into the pot.
Okay. I like easy.
Yeah, because the whole point of this is beef pho.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the ribs and just put it right
Just
in there.
dump them right in. And then they're just going to kind of boil in there and all that kind of stuff. Okay. And is that the same thing we're going to be doing with the other
Yep.
meat? Okay.
Oh my god, I feel like it's gonna like.
You think
spill.
you've got too much water in there?
Yeah, I guess we'll stop.
Oh, well, no, it is hot plate madness, so you absolutely can keep going.
Are you sure? Because I got an oxtail too.
I know. It's like, Let's
Okay.
see how close we can get it to the top.
Oh my god. That's scary.
And are the meatballs that you have going to go in here too?
Oh no, actually, the meatball is gonna go into that small pot.
This
right
small
there.
pot. And
To
they're just
kinda
going to
like-
sit there? Do
To
I
kinda
open
like,
this?
No,
No,
it's
I
just,
just-
it will just kind of melt and then defrost a
Oh,
little.
so she bought these like out of the frozen section somewhere.
Yeah,
And so you're using this just to thaw them out. Okay.
yeah. And then once they're like frost a little, and then we could.
And what was this stuff right here?
This is the oxtail.
Okay.
The thin sliced oxtail, because
Okay.
usually the regular oxtails are like thick.
No, I don't know that, but I'm glad for that knowledge. I've never cooked anything with oxtail.
And we could cut the jalapenos.
All right, check it out. I got some paper towels.
I bought the jalapenos on purpose.
You bought them on purpose?
Yeah, because I know you like spicy.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of, is Hmong cooking kind of traditionally on the spicy side?
Yeah, you could say. Well, yeah. It really depends, like if you want spicy or not. For me, my family, we usually most like at the restaurants and stuff too. They offered jalapeno, and they'll usually have like this juice jalapeno like on the side. But then
Right.
for us, we just put the raw jalapenos in there.
Okay, and do you...
Or after, like when you're done with everything and you decided what vegetables you want to put in there, then that's when you decide. to
Okay.
put
And
some.
do you seed the jalapenos, or do you just keep the seeds in and everything else?
We just keep the season.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Let's slice here. Why don't you slice those two?
Okay, and you're just slicing them that way. Okay, I can do that.
Remind me not to rub my eyes.
Yeah.
I don't want to be crying on the show.
Well, and that's a good point, right? Because when you're dealing with spicy ingredients, yeah, you definitely have to be aware that it's going to linger on your hands and stuff. And so if you're going to rub your eye or pet your cat or something like that, you're going to get some jalapeno on there.
You want to make sure that after any type of pepper or hands you got in, like spicy stuff, you want to wash them. Because sometimes I'll be like rubbing my eye and I'll just start crying.
Right. Well, and 'cause
Oh, crap.
part of the thing with spicy stuff too is it sort of sometimes just makes your eyes start to water or
Mm-hmm.
itch or something, and then you want to go do that, and then oh my gosh, I'm in pain. You want this other one cut up
Yeah.
too? Okay.
Is this going to be your first time eating pho noodles?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, one, I'm an old guy, and I've eaten lots of different things. So there's a chance I've had those before, but I don't know.
Oh, I didn't mean to do
Should
that.
I remove some more water?
No.
No, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. Well, maybe, because once we put the meatballs in, it's going to kind of like get all over the place. But isn't that the whole point of...
Well, right, it's hot plate madness.
Yeah. You'll clean it. It's
Okay, so you've got the lime and the jalapenos all
Yep,
cut up and
then
ready to
I
roll
need the
whenever.
green onions.
And how are you?
So
are
we
you
cut off the roots.
Well, right, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Get rid of those little
We
guys,
just kind of...
and then you're just dicing them up. Okay. And you have some knife skills that I don't possess. Look at that, everyone. She's just chopping away at that. So do you do a lot of cooking in your home then? I
Oh,
guess?
yeah.
'Cause it looks like you've got some skills here.
You could say... Yeah, pretty much. It's me and my mom.
Mhm.
When it comes to cooking, my sisters and my mom, they'll be like, oh, well, my mom should be like, I'm too tired or lazy, you could do it, and then I'll do it. And then, out of all the girls, I'm the one who knows to cook more, because you could say, as when I was younger, I learned, like, just seeing my mom do it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's easy, I could do it. So I started to know how to cook when I was in 3rd grade, actually.
Nice.
Yeah. I just watched like my mom cook eggs for us, and it's just like, that's easy. But this one time I almost burned the house without like, cause I thought that usually the oils would just boil, like start popping and stuff.
Right.
And then next thing you know, like the alarm went on, and then like start like you start seeing this kind of smoke coming up. So I was like, oh no, yeah.
So really, what
Wasn't
you're saying is
expect-
we couldn't have picked a better guest host for today's Hot Plate Madness show than you, because you've already almost burned something down, right? So this works perfect. I knew we had a good guest today.
And then we're gonna put this in the
Oh, okay. So
plate
this is
with the rest of
on
the
the plate?
lime and
okay. I'll just move that one over.
that is kind of messy.
Yeah, that's messy. It's Hot Plate Madness, or today. I'm sorry, it's Hot Plate Madness today.
Okay.
And so
then
you
we're
got
gonna-
cilantro.
the cilantro.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut that into dice. Well, cut the ends first.
Cut the ends first, and the ends go away. Okay.
And just
All the way through the leaves and everything. Getting it really fine.
yeah, because these are all just gonna be like the last thing, or like the last step, where after you get your noodles and your meat and your liquid, you just go and grab like pick whichever vegetables you want to put in there.
Uh-huh.
A lot of my family members, they use that, but my younger siblings, they don't really like vegetables. But it's normal.
Isn't that
for
kind of a
us.
rule of small children not to like vegetables? It's kind of a rule, right? Little kids hate vegetables.
Yeah, but they should still eat it.
Well, yeah. But when you have a choice between like, oh, I don't know, cauliflower or gummy bears,
of course.
right? You're
gummy
gonna take the
bears.
gummy bear, yeah. Now, Linda, you recently graduated high school.
Yes, I did. I graduated high school from Nine Star actually,
Oh,
and
all
it's
right.
just a nice feeling, like, oh dang, I graduated.
Well,
And
you-
like, you could tell people like, oh, are you still in school? You're like, no, I graduated. And it's just something like that, like something very happy. to
right,
say.
rewarding, right? I mean,
Yeah.
is that a good thing? Because you worked really hard and then you reached the goal.
Yeah.
And you even got to speak at your graduation too, right? Kind of do the class of 2019,
2019,
and
yeah.
you know,
Yes,
kind of
I
thing. So
did.
that was pretty cool.
It was like an honor to do that. I was
Oh.
like, dying.
Nice. That's great. And so, you also though recently participated in
We make a difference.
like a youth
Yeah.
event that you kind of put together. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
About the youth event, it was like a youth awareness. We want to, like, at-risk youth that Nine Star have actually helped before to overcome, like, different obstacles in their life. With that, we have 10 speakers of youth that Nine Star helped before to get employment services, high school diploma, or GED.
Mhm.
We're speaking how, like, all the difficult, like, their stories, their own stories, like how did they overcome their self, and now they're successful with this job and this job. So with a lot of people, like a lot of other youth stories, they were kind of telling like how they were abused and into drugs and stuff, and come from a poor country, and now they're doing so much better, like having felony charges and stuff on the background, but they're all working as social, like with federal, state,
Yeah.
and they have like good jobs, managers position and everything. Like even me, like I was speaking as well, and my story was, you could say it was sad, and it was like having to go through all the difficult times and having to be able to, like, I was withdrawn from school, but knowing that my counselor referred me to like Nine Star, I went there for 3 years, and now I got my high school diploma.
Yeah.
With the help of Nine Star, eventually, of course, they help a lot of students to complete their high school and get their diploma.
Right, and it was kind of a neat event, right? Because all the youth would go up and they would tell their stories, and then they would share how successful they are now. And so it was kind of like this really rewarding kind of event for all the youth speakers, right? 'Cause
Yes,
the audience would
correct.
applaud when they, you know, and some of them were crying, of course, because the stories were really
Yes.
sad. But all the stories had a happy outcome because the young person took advantage of the resources that they had, like through
Yes.
Nine Star and stuff like that. So that was great, and you were one of the driving forces even putting that whole event together. right?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
And so, wow, we have a superstar chef and a marketing type person. So that's great. Okay, so
Yeah, so we're gonna make sure that the meat is like, oh yeah, this is probably gonna take more than 10 minutes.
and so what do you want this to look like in order to know that it's kind of ready or done or whatever?
It's gonna start to boil,
Mhm.
and once it boils, like it just tells me like, oh yeah, that's done.
Okay,
So with this,
and this is a collection of spices, is that right?
herbs.
Or sorry, herbs.
Yeah, smell it.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, definitely is. And there is a little bag in there. So
Yeah.
the idea is you put it in this bag because you don't want it just
Yeah, we don't
flowing
want it
freely.
just flowing
Okay,
around.
great.
So we're gonna put it in the bag. Did you
Oh,
wanna
I can hold the bag?
Yeah.
Sure. I'm always happy to help. Okay, and so that's like a lot of, I mean, what is that thing?
It's
like a piece of
it's
bark
like
or
it's from like a branch, right?
You know,
But
just
then it's
wander through the forest, grab random things, put them in a little bag, dump them in your soup. It should be
no
good.
a lot of I was how do I say it? A lot of Asian people like they collect, you know, back in the country, like when my parents they were still living in Laos and Thailand, they collect all these bunch of leaves and like branches in the forest, and they test it out like which one is good for headaches, which one is good for stuff like that. And as they come, like, you know, just random ingredients, but you know they're healthy, you know.
Right, and your parents basically fled that area during the Vietnam War, is
Yes,
that right?
they,
And so they immigrated to this country. You were born here,
I was born here.
but your parents were refugees, I guess would be the way
Yes.
to call that, right? And they had to leave that war-torn country and make a life for themselves here. And so we're happy to have you here sharing these stories and also not understanding what's in that bag. That's great.
You're not gonna die or pass out, trust me.
It's that.
Yeah.
It's all that. And you want this gone because this would corrupt the overall flavor profile you're going for, or you just don't like the fat?
It's like growing up, like I keep seeing my mom do that, and then like she never really explained to me why we should do that. But then I think we should take it away because once it gets in the broth and the broth gets cold, like that's kind of
So
in
is
a
the
way.
idea that we are going to chill this broth?
no,
Oh no. Okay.
no.
All right.
Like for example, if you were to do this at home and you have like leftover broth,
It would kind of harden up.
yeah, it will kind of harden on the broth, so you don't want that.
Although I'm wondering if you were going to have it as leftovers, if it did harden, you could just scrape it right off before you reheated the stuff.
Oh no, I've never done that.
Yeah, I'm just talking out loud,
Yeah.
I guess. Is that good enough, or should I keep going?
No, that's fine.
That's fine? Okay.
Yeah, and we're just gonna check on the meat. This thing is still, they're almost ready.
So they're looking all right?
Mhm.
And because you're kind of, when we put them in, they were, you know,
They were
red,
red,
dark red,
yeah.
and now clearly they're cooking.
Yeah.
But really, do you thoroughly cook it, or do you leave it like a medium rare or medium? You know, what are you?
What I usually do is, you know how like it's ribs. You can't really. You're gonna have to actually like hold the ribs and eat it like that. But what I do is I just let it sit, and let it boil. Just keep letting it boil. Then, as you can see, the meat will kind of like kind
Kind of pulls away from the bone.
yeah, pulls away from the bones, and it's easier for you to eat that way.
Okay. Because you would, are you ultimately going to be pulling the bones out of here? Or do
No,
you leave
no,
them in?
no, you just leave it in.
Put it in and you're good to go. Okay.
Yeah, and then we could put this guy in.
And this guy could also just go like on the grill and you could just have it on the side.
Well, no.
I'm an American. I see a big slab of red meat that's got to go on the grill. Now, are you going to cut this thing up?
No,
Or
I'm
you just
gonna
toss
put
it in?
Yep,
Okay,
toss
I
it
love
in,
that.
And then once you can see that it's kind of ready,
Mm-hmm.
then you just pull it back up and start cutting it.
And you're going to cut it up at that point. Okay.
I guess it's easier to have nails So like when you don't have, right?
And then the meatballs, are they, when are you thinking they're gonna go in?
Okay. Let me check the meatballs.
I have this water really full.
Okay, so the meatballs, yeah, they're ready.
They're ready.
So we're
And
gonna
so all
open
you
it?
did, all you basically did was thaw them out.
Mhm.
Right, okay.
So what we're gonna do is cut this out, and you don't want this whole giant meatball. Usually we just throw in there, but then once it starts to like be cooked, it'll be big. So you don't want that.
Okay.
I mean, it depends on certain people.
What
They
you
want
want,
that.
okay.
Yeah, but
So
for
you're
me,
cutting them in half.
I
or something.
usually just cut them in half.
Okay.
For sure. There. Because we're gonna have a lot of people to eat this. You don't want to buy a lot of packs and like just throw the meatballs in there full. You want to kind of cut them in half. So
Right, so you're giving basically, if you had like a huge group of people,
Yeah.
you're not, everyone's gonna get some.
yeah,
Basically. I like that.
and we're just gonna leave it to the side. I guess we can put in this one. Can I just spill this right here?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, and so these are just gonna sit over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they're sitting over there because they're not ready to go in here, or
Yeah.
they're never going in
They're not ready to go in there
there?
yet.
Okay.
Because we're gonna wait until the other beef that the last beef that we just put in, is ready.
Oh.
Should I cut this?
Well, it's not gonna hurt.
Okay, I'm trying to cut it. It's okay. Oh my god, that looks so good.
And you're looking for this to look like what? Just be thoroughly cooked or kind of medium rare?
Kind
or-
of medium rare.
Do you need a fork? There's a fork right there. If you need to hold it.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
this should be
thinking that's
fine.
perfect.
Yeah, that's fine already. So here, you take this piece.
Okay, what am I doing with it?
So we're gonna cut thinly. I should start this up. Just so like, in case people don't want to like eat the whole ribs and oxtail, they could just have these on the side. And or if they want extra meat, they just have this on the side to eat easily.
Where are we looking here?
It looks like we're ready actually. So we're gonna put in the meatballs.
Okay.
Put in the meatballs, and then oh man, I totally forgot to buy salt. So we're gonna have to.
I have salt.
Okay, can I grab some?
I'll grab
can
some
you grab
salt.
some? And then we're gonna put in the instant beef broth. You can use any beef broth. It doesn't have to be exactly like this one.
Right, because you could just do any, like a beef bouillon cube and stuff like that and dissolve it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put it in there. And if you want like it smell very good, I usually just put the whole thing.
Yeah, great. No, you're the chef. You do what you do. Here's the salt.
Just I don't need that. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's Hot Plate Madness. It's okay.
And just so you guys know, as you guys can see, I don't have any measurement, which I don't use measurements. I just think that having like an educated guest will just make it taste better.
Right, but how much salt do you think you just put in there?
I would say
Tablespoon? 2 tablespoons?
3
3 tablespoons? Okay.
tablespoons.
Because,
yeah.
we always try to make a point of doing measurements for things like salt, that
Mhm.
if you put too much in, suddenly your meal is terrible, right?
Yeah.
And so be a little careful always, because you can always add salt when the meal is done, right? And just shake it in there if you need to.
Yeah.
If it's not salty enough, so. And then with the carrots, right, go ahead and toss them in,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but with the carrots, that's a big piece of carrot. And so are you trying to get that carrot soft, or is it gonna still maintain some of its crunch, or what are you looking at?
Oh, it's just gonna be in there. So it has like a carrot taste in there as well.
Okay, so is the idea that people would actually eat the carrots, or are they just there for a flavor?
They're just there for a flavor. Or you could also eat the carrots as well. It's really, really like up to you.
Okay.
A full spoon of this.
Okay.
Just kind of put it in there.
Stir it around a little.
Mhm.
And the
Use
idea of
this
the
one.
paste is is it gonna thicken anything up, or is it just adding more flavor?
Adding more flavor. If you want like a strong, good flavor,
Okay.
then you're gonna want to put the paste in there. Yeah, because I'm like, can someone hold that for me? And this bag thing is kind of in the way too, but yeah, all the ribs are like down there.
Well, we put them in first. So.
Yeah. Yeah, when I make it, like the broth is like dark brown like this,
Okay.
so I guess we can add more paste.
All right.
So 2 spoons of paste.
Yeah, there it's. You can see it's definitely
Yeah.
getting that.
Just
And
leave
then
that here.
what
Just-
are you
oh
doing
my
with all
God.
this stuff?
These are the ingredients to put in the noodles. Because
Okay.
in case if you want more beef paste, you can put it in there. You want to make it
I
spicy.
think we've got enough beef paste.
If you want to put in hoisin sauce, I mean that's really common if you go to restaurants. Stuff usually they have
That's
hoisin sauce and soy
common.
sauce
Okay. Mm-hmm.
and fish sauce.
But this is not going in there. This would be going
Yeah.
with that. And so you would put these in the broth, and then you would add this, or are you preparing this stuff in those prior?
Oh, you don't have bowls?
No, I brought plates for some unknown reason, so we will have to get bowls.
But as you can see, this is kind of getting away. And since we kind of boiled it with the pot for a while now, you could also take it out if you want.
Right, because it's pretty much giving you all the spices it's going to give you at
Yeah.
this point. Right. So, and this, are you going to use it for anything else?
You could rinse it so it's clean and then reuse it, you know, if you want to make pho again to save money, you know.
Right. Well, my point was, are you going to be using it anymore today?
No,
No. Okay.
no.
All right. So,
It's boiling it up, it's gonna be ready.
and at what point then, again, do you decide that this is done and ready to serve?
That's a good question.
Okay. Sometimes I have those.
Because
Like, how do you tell it's ready?
I just keep looking at the meat actually.
So
Because
it's all
what I
about-
want,
okay.
what I want is I want, you know, instead of having the pork, the beef like
Mhm.
that, usually the meat will like be up to here and it's easily peeled.
So you're peeling it off. Okay.
Yeah. Well, to certain people,
Mhm.
certain people that see, like right there, like I usually just let it boil for like a couple more minutes.
Mhm.
Because right now it's ready to eat, but
But so it's ready to eat right now.
Mhm.
If you're okay, kind of gnawing that
Mhm.
meat off the bone. But you want that. Your taste more is towards looser. It's kind of peeling
Yeah.
away and stuff. Right.
yeah, you know,
Okay.
beef, it's hard to eat. Oh, that one just came off. It's okay.
Lemongrass. That was our lemongrass.
Yeah. See, you smell it. You can
Ah,
smell
you can. It smells absolutely awesome.
I'm gonna grab the noodles.
Okay.
Put it in here. Oh,
And so now you're just. Okay, so I noticed you got some of the onion and stuff, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's okay.
Right? Okay.
well, if you're allergic to onion.
Well, right, obviously.
Yeah,
if you're,
don't
no,
eat it.
not allergic to onion.
Okay, so we're gonna want some meatballs. Here, just kind of let it sit.
And I'm letting it sit.
I see that you have some pork actually.
But what if I wanted? See, because I'm really more excited about that meat that's laying over there. Where does that work?
Oh,
in?
you want the meat in there too? So you just. I'll use that. Just grab some. Put it in there.
Okay, so that kind of stuff just sits off to the side. Should anybody want it?
Yeah, but.
So realistically, this piece of the recipe, you wouldn't necessarily have to do, because if everyone was good with just this,
Mhm.
everyone's good, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Or you could also put the meat before you put the liquid,
Mhm.
just so it cooks in a little.
Okay. And then how does, again, help me with this stuff.
Okay, so do you want fish sauce in there?
I don't know.
Why don't you taste it first? If
Well,
it-
no, but the way I look at it is, you're the master chef on preparing this. So you kind of, so if I was just random person
Mhm.
and you were making this for me,
Okay.
would you add any of this stuff, or would
Yeah,
you
I
just
would
leave it?
actually.
Okay, so
Did you not peel this one off?
I don't know if I had that one. Oh, I did. Look at that. I did. Oh, wait, I didn't. Okay, I got some of the other ones though. Doesn't that just peel off?
Yeah, but. Oh, I guess we could just do that.
I think so.
Can you do it? I
Yeah,
got nails
I
on, you know.
probably can.
It's complicated when you have nails. Okay. So you got a small bowl. You're gonna want to put a little,
A little bit, yeah, right.
and then add this on.
So
A little bit
the
of that.
garlic stuff, the fish sauce went in there.
Oh.
So you're hitting me with everything. So every other piece of ingredient we had, you've put in there.
And then just grab the bean sprout, the cilantro, the onion, the lime, the jalapeno.
Okay, and so this
Yeah.
would just, if you just wanted some bean sprouts, you can put them
Mm-hmm.
in. If you wanted that stuff, you could put it in, but you don't have to. Can I
Yeah.
use this to actually eat
Yeah.
with?
No, this.
That.
Yeah.
But
the
how do
fork.
I get the,
Oh, you use both.
I use both.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, am I stirring this around at all?
Yeah.
To mix this stuff up? And what was this called again? Beef pho?
Yes. PHO.
Right.
Yeah, pho. Pho.
Should I just try this, the broth first?
Yeah. Is this too salty? Is it too salty?
It is not too salty. That is really good. I'm liking the meatball. Now,
Mm-hmm.
you could definitely taste all of the spices,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got a really nice flavor profile on here. You can definitely taste the sriracha. But the
Well, I
other-
purposely put a lot because I know you like sriracha
Right,
or the
no.
spice.
And so this is, if it was, like, I don't even know what the temperature is right now, about 20 degrees out there.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a perfect wintertime thing.
Yeah, it is actually.
It's really good. So essentially this is a complete meal
Mhm.
right there. So
It is.
we, if you wanted to add that stuff,
Yeah,
you could. I could
mhm.
actually see doing a little squirt of lime in here.
Mhm.
That would be good. I liked the beef on the side there.
If you want the ribs, you're gonna need a bigger bowl.
Yeah, you're gonna need a
Yeah.
bigger bowl, obviously, for that, but really, this is it. This is the meal.
Yeah. It's good for
Alright.
winter, like
Yeah.
we like cooking a lot of soup for winter because I feel like it's so cold and they come in, it's like, oh, the house is warm and it smells like pho.
It smells like pho. I'm gonna
Because-
try that technique. I'm gonna walk into someone's house. Hey, it smells like pho in here.
Yeah, because like when I make pho, it's like you can smell it throughout the whole house with
Uh-huh.
the ingredients that I
Yeah,
put in
no,
there.
you can, and it's
And it's
great.
like, oh man, I'm hungry. You walk in, just like, oh, I'm hungry. I want some pho, man. So,
Well, awesome. Well, Linda, I'm gonna finish that. We're gonna serve the rest of this up to our guests out here at the My House building.
yeah.
Linda Vang, thank you so much for
You're
showing us
welcome
this.
for having me.
Oh, we would love to have you back again sometime. So, I'm Roger. It's Linda. We will see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.